Well, here it is. It is ready to go. Um, the stain has turned out really nice. So far I've got about four coatings of the Minwax red mahogany stain on it, and it's turned out to a beautiful, reddish color, looking really nice, and it is ready to go. What you should do when you get to this point and you're ready to spray it is you really want to get a good tack cloth, like a pine resin tack cloth. You can get them at most hardware stores, Ace Hardware. I think Advance Auto even carries them, Napa, so on. And wipe it down real good so you don't have any particles of dust, human hair, whatever, on it. And so that stuff can't get in there and muck up your finish. But I'm going to use this because I've been using it to wipe the stain off, and it's kind of gummy and it's clean. So I'm hoping this right here will get any residue or foreign substances on here that I don't want off. And two, the way I was taught, whenever I learned my trade and learned how to do all this with gun stocks and, working on that type of stuff, pistol grips, so on, I was taught to do this part with an airbrush. However, I can't afford an airbrush at the moment, so I bought polyurethane in a spray can, basically like a paint can, and that's how I'm going to do this. I've never done it before. Hope it turns out good. If it doesn't, I'll just have to wet sand it down and go back over it, but we'll find out. Be a learning experience for sure. This is just about ready to go. And you want to make sure and get it wiped off real smooth as best you can. You want to look up and down it, make sure there's no lint, no nothing, because that stuff will get in there and really screw up your finish. And you want to try to keep from touching the surface if you can, because the stain that is left on it will, like fingerprints will show up and stuff like that, so you don't want to touch it if you can keep from it. Like as you can see, my hands and stuff, now that I'm down here to the bottom cleaning up my own fingerprints, are inside the body instead of touching the finished product. Well, that should do it. I'm going to get the polyurethane and get started. Now, what I'm going to be using, like I said, polyurethane in a spray can. Make sure you can see it. That's Minwax fast drying oil-based polyurethane. That's probably the best way to go, and probably the hardest finish as far as polyurethane is concerned. So you definitely, if you're going to be doing a guitar or a table or anything like that, that is going to be, used and touched, and you want the finish to hold up, you want to use an oil-based. I'm going to shake this up real good, make sure it's ready to go, and then I'll get started. That should do it. Right. And you want to start out with not a real thick coat. kind of go light on your first coat, so that way you don't get any runs. Those runs will ruin your day when it comes to this. You want to kind of do it in a sweeping motion. So far, so good. And if you get any orange peel, that does happen, especially with spray cans and stuff like that. When you get a wet sand, you can kind of take care of that. But you want to try and avoid it if you can. Almost there. Let's see. Crap. Okay, that'll do. Now we just gotta let it dry. And this stuff in the spray can, orange peeling like crazy. So I'm gonna have a nice, see that? Gonna have a nice bit of wet sanding to do. But anyways, here's the first coat. And whenever I go to spray it again after I get done wet sanding, I'll show you. So there it is.